I'm the fish. Oh, you're the fish. Okay. How much?
Sawa.
Wait for me.
No. He left. He's on the way. I don't know if he has left, but he was getting busted by 4.
ref, you guys never told me.
It was the ref.
The referee, yeah. I was told this.
But you can't put that in my deal. I will
Oh my God, I know you killed
give you 100%.
No problem. Can employment make noise?
Noise maker.
I be a noise maker. You don't need noise.
When the guys from Tanzania come to the no, they can make noise.
They can make noise.
In Tanzania, you can't do
Hey,
in Tanzania,
but they still make noise, my friend. You can't play in peace.
In Tanzania?
You cannot, trust me.
here they will see the people are quiet. They will be quiet.
Yeah.
Even that game of Jackson and Kasozi, it ended 2019.
Fight.
That's all the end? Jackson?
Jackson, really finish. 2019. Rest to 21, it ended there.
Tanzanians, they are something else. Tanzanians, they are something else. Ah, those people, they don't know.
And you know, Kasasi is there.
So who was down? Who was down?
Kasozi.
So what happened? How did they get the fans?
You know Kasasi.
So Scouts fans, they were there's nothing they did.
No, you know Tanzania they support each other. So they make noise.
No, they were fans of Kasozi.
Kasosi's management is in Tanzania, so they were supporting.
The Q Masters.
Oh,
They are Q-Masters by the way.
so that causes tension between the Q-Masters owner and Sniper.
It's my mic. Come on. You put it off.
I even refused to
Maybe
pay
it
the
doesn't have too much. It's wet one.
You know they put it off. I was talking to that guy on one of big cities in South Africa. Yeah, he told me they refused to pay entries and they forced to end.
Those snipers.
Yeah, snipers. I think they were paying 10,000 Tanzania.
They didn't want to pay.
You don't want to pay. That's almost 500 Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
500. And the snipers who was to me, they normally charge them to face the point there. Those noise.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Is there a way?
There was a club called Chameleon. I'm giving her
I don't like them because they don't motivate. But for once in a month, I just want to the way TikTok is, even if someone is not a follower, they can watch. Because they just keep recommending the video. Then you can be watching this and you see the life.
Microphone check. A very good evening, dear viewers. From wherever you're watching, please confirm that you have reception of audio of this video. Now there are 3 streaming platforms for this beautiful match. That is Mchana Pool Club YouTube, Peter Chebe Live YouTube, as well as Break and Finish Live TikTok. It's supposed to be the main match of the day, also supposed to be the last match of the day. I'm not so certain it will be the last, but yes, we are having Ibrahim SEJJEMBA from Uganda and Patrick MWANGI from Kenya here at Mchana Pub and Grill in Nairobi, racing to 16 for $1,000 US pot. It's the second match of the day after the first that was ladies action, ending in an 11 frames to 9 victory for the Ugandan that is called Julie, taking on Penny Rose for what was 20,000 Kenya shillings. There is still discussion of another money match to happen after this, perhaps between Rashid Wagaba Dog City to take on Ishmael Mtetwa, the die-hard, same venue, same race here at Mchana Pub and Grill. Maybe we are not yet done. We are not yet even halfway through what we are supposed to be having tonight. Well, this race to 16, I expect it to be done in the next maximum 2.5 hours. The venue is Mchana Pub and Grill alongside Ngong Road in Nairobi, opposite Prestige Plaza, with now Patrick playing combination shot, with him leading against Ibrahim SEJJEMBA for the second match that Patrick is having in terms of money matches between Ugandan players. Him having played against Rashid Wagaba Dog City exactly 10 days ago, last Sunday. Race to 21 for $1,000. It was 17 frames a piece at one time before Dog City winning the last 4. Him playing perhaps alone it is perhaps the motivation that gave, because of that very strong performance from Patrick, maybe the motivation he gave to his boss chairman to try him out for yet a money match with another Ugandan player, that is IBRA. Once again, the live stream with the same exact audio is at Mchana Pool Club YouTube, Peter Chobe live YouTube, as well as Break and Finish live TikTok. Patrick Mwangi VP 2, Ibrahim SEJJEMBA the killer 1:16 for 1,000 US dollars. From myself, Simon Peter Chobe, here in Nairobi. Enjoy the stream. Live commentary coming up shortly.
The Tanzanians are coming for Ishmael.
Big fish. They're coming to big fish.
For the big fish. I'm not sure. Yeah? Yeah, I have to be around. I don't know.
Until they finish.
Yeah, until they are done. Until Die Hard dies.
You know who's coming? You know the team.
Three guys, Jackson, Safe, and
All
Dola.
three, they're coming five. plus Janja and Gospel.
Then they come.
It depends what you want. No. How I do most of the time, my sponsorship, because it was already complicated. If I move,
If there's any glitch of the internet, please accept our apologies. Shall be ensuring that we try as much as possible to give you a stream as clean as possible as you witness this action unfold right in front of your eyes. It is 2-2 between MWANGI and IBRA, race to 16. It's going to be a lot more competitive than most of you were assuming. In fact, when information of this match was released earlier this morning, many claimed it would be IBRA fishing, taking free money by the first 4 frames. You now know that it is going to be a lot more competitive than you may have thought. Frame number 5 to be broken by IBRA, aiming for the pyramid as he hits the top red, gets to pot a yellow with the table left open. All balls on the pool table are in some kind of space. Clearly, the reds are positioned better because of the 2 yellows so close to each other. At the top end of the table, IBRA should be going for the reds. As I thank you for watching, Ronald Seguia calling out for Hazard. Ronald Hazard is in Nigeria. Information has not been so much coming from Lagos where Hazard is, but he did win a race against Ginte. Since then, I don't exactly know what happened. Of course, he only has Ginte as an opponent, and most likely Nigerians who may need somewhat head starts. I also saw some celebrations from Lagos this morning in a video that was released, how happy the Nigerians were when one of their best was head started with +3 plus Ginte racing to 13, and then he won by 13 frames to 10, and he was given a lot of beautiful rewards. And of course, as well, if Hazard is to play with them, then head starts will be in order. And thank you guys for watching this from Nigeria. Nowadays, Nigeria is becoming part and parcel of the mainstream African pool family. And in some kind of way, with due respect to the Nigerian Association, I want to thank Big Hills for the influence both in Nigeria and far away. He manages a few players in Uganda and then a player in Malawi, with the talks ongoing for other players from other countries. In fact, Big Kills as well sponsored Julie, the lady that defeated Penina Rose in the match that was played earlier today. Oh, now I can see my man Hazo is on the stream. Thank you for watching. My guy Hazard, first time that I'm seeing you watching, and he wants me to tell IBRA to make sure, because you say I will tell him to make sure. David Kamunya is asking if Kasozi is coming to Kenya. Now I can tell you the answer is yes. Kasozi will be flying from Dar es Salaam to Nairobi this coming Wednesday to have action against everybody that wishes to have action with him, not limited to the Kenyans or Ishmael or the Tanzanians who are as well coming. That is Janja, who is Amadeus, and then Saif Hamad, and then Abdullah Hussein, and then Steven Jackson. That is pretty much the snipers team to have action against the Kenyans and the Ugandans and Ishmael. And once again, Caesar's boss has told me to talk to Ishmael that if he can accept race to 30, with Ishmael being head started with +6, then Caesar will be flying to Nairobi this coming weekend. But Ishmael is making it clear, as he made it clear in a video, in a post-match interview, that if Caesar can give him +6 to 21, then he will be open for business. So for Ishmael, perhaps he's fishing or not, he wants +6 against Caesar in a race to 21. So maybe Diehard may have to say this for himself. Diehard, Caesar's boss, says that his player will give you +6 to 30. Any amount. They just want Caesar to play. What do you have to say about that?
Then it will have to wait a bit because I've got a lot of games coming up. Then maybe we'll do it after all my games. But yeah, I wanted 6 to 21 because these guys, they promised me 6 to 21 like some time ago. So I wanted to honor that match first. Then maybe we can proceed with 6 to 30 like that.
After fishing, then you can proceed with what?
6 to 30. Maybe after 6 to 30, we can even proceed with no head start. I just wanted that head start because I was promised before. It's not that I'm scared. I'm not scared, but that's where I start for now. Maybe I can find my confidence. Then maybe in future I'll be able to play him with no head start like we used to play before.
Kasozi wants to fly here. The flight is on Wednesday, confirmed. And wants to play with you home and away. Are you ready for that other Ugandan?
I'm very much ready. I've been actually waiting for Kasozi. I thought maybe he's not coming because you also told me that he's been coming, I think, from last week. So I've been waiting for him. When he comes here, we'll play 100%. Any amount you want, like $4,000 pot, we can play home and away.
That's the diehard in his own words, guys. So please, no more questions. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. So he has said it himself that some time ago he was given that offer by Caesar's camp. It's the Caesar team that said if he wants head start to +6, then it's okay. So before any other discussion, he says he wants to have that match. He says thereafter, whatever other head start they may want to give him, or be it even a full race, maybe he can play after beating them and then using his winnings to stake on the full race. 2-2 between VP, as we call Patrick MWANGI, also otherwise called Pato, the Nairobi product taking on the Kampala product in Nairobi, with scores now tied at 2-all. VP playing yellows, playing the one close to the bottom of the screen, drawing the cue ball backwards, and the left then moving the whole length of the ball rightwards into the black, into the yellow. Not really. There is now a recovery. He can put the yellow, which is leftwards of the three. Then the yellow that is in the middle can be played by rail drive into the corner pocket at the top right where there is the red. And if he can play it off IBRA's red, then he will have the pocket open. And then again from the horse's mouth, those that are watching on the YouTube stream, that is Peter Chevelev, you can see clear. Hazard says that after Nigeria, he wants to visit Kenya. China Open Championship, which was in the round of last 64. VP in a race to 7 got to shock everybody, including himself, when he defeated the then defending champion IBRA. This is the second meeting between the two. Also VP with some fair matches against Ugandan players. Traveled to Kampala 3 years ago in 2023 to participate in the Grand Open of the Pole Association of Uganda, getting defeated in the round of last 32. He as well got to face against Dog City in a race to 21 for $1,000, same venue, same table. Dog City won by 21 frames to 17. Of course, VP just 2 days ago was part of the team that won a rematch against a team from Uganda, racing to 13 for $1,500 US. The match that was won by Team Mchana. Long fought frame. It is this one. Tough fought match. The frame will have taken a lot of time by the time it ends. Perhaps has taken twice as many minutes as some of the frames that are done already. How are doing, Moliro Safang, watching on Break and Finish Live TikTok? Well, good day, watching on Peter Chewe Live YouTube. Thank you for watching, as well shouting out to some of you that are watching on watching from China Pool Club YouTube, that are enjoying the stream as well. The red that is touching yellow near the corner pocket top right is the reason why these guys are both playing what the Zambians call touch. They want to have that situation split when it is in their favor. Maybe IBRA now says enough is enough. He creates an opening, most especially for his own red, leaving the cue ball thin just for Patrick to play away his yellow, perhaps, and not to put the yellow for IBRA, aiming to finish the frame in his next visit of the table. Pending confirmation, we should be having some business tomorrow. I'm not so sure. And also, as we await the submission of stakes, submission of pot, we could have a match between Ish and Dog City tonight, as early as after this match is done. A race to 16 for $1,000 US. Patrick MWANGI needing to play something big here. Yellow into yellow, play yellow and try to put it by connection to the corner pocket top left. How successful? I think it will go down as a fair shot, because he has been able, perhaps intentionally, to displace two of IBRA's reds. For IBRA choice of finishing of the frame, the pattern should be play red to the center pocket on the left, then play connection, the red that is in between the three at the top end of the table, play it by connection into another, then the red that is bottomwards of them all should be played last. And by the fact that he's contemplating how to play it first, could be him deciding to play maybe. It's a little bit suspect in my opinion. But IBRA is IBRA. His pattern can mean to be very lethal sometimes. Robert, thank you for watching. Buden, watching Team Channel Pool Club as IBRA misses the bank and misses it big. It's an opportunity. I want to think he has utilized a little, not well enough. Patrick has every chance of winning the frame. We'll be having the black as the ball to have worries about. The yellow, bottomwards of the three, is the one he's aiming to put first to the center pocket. Cue ball to be bounced off the bottom cushion to move all the way upwards, perhaps almost the whole length of the table. Just to avoid putting cue ball into the corner pocket, he moves all the way upwards into the block, moves the block towards the yellows, and I think he has played quite well enough. I am actually very impressed that he has produced a shot of that quality. could be taking the lead here. He's deciding instead to play his yellow away in an attempt of defense. IBRA knows that he has to do something now or else risk losing the frame, because I want to think he played a pattern so wrong when he visited the table last. News Desk official, thank you for watching. IBRA may want to play the cue ball into the black and yellow, pot both of them. There goes the combination shot. He pots yellow instead and gets himself snookered. That is very unfortunate. He has not yet realized, oh no, while the cue ball is into the job, he has sight of the red. But finishing the frame is something different altogether. He may want to play some kind of defense by backspin if he doesn't pot, leaving the cue ball at the left end of the table, where it is difficult, if not impossible, for VP to pot his yellow, shouldn't IBRA pot his red. The idea is to try and bank the red into the side pocket on the left. He goes for the oops. Well played, well thought, well contemplated, and a frame that is going to be turning out as well finished. That is the killer, who has been one of the most feared players on the African continent for the last few years, showing exactly why. In rather surprise style, but very clinical style. Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 3, Patrick MWANGI 2.
Yeah. 32.
It is 3 frames to 2 with the Ugandan IBRA leading and looks set to win what will be him taking a 2-frame lead for the very first time in the match. Kibble was playing so well. In another way, he came so close to fouling both at the same time at the table. Sinks them in balls that are driven perfectly right against the rails, like has done IBRA, who wins a 4th out of 6. It is IBRA 4 and Pato 2. We are at Minchana Pub and Grill in Nairobi, witnessing the second of 2 money matches to be played today. The third is expected to be confirmed very soon. It shall be between Rashid Wagaba Dog City and Ishmael Mteto from Uganda and South Africa, respectively. Those two shall be racing to 16 for 1,000 US dollars, just like these two are racing to 16 for 1,000 US dollars. 4 frames to 2. IBRA leading. Probably the guy is supposed to be flipping the score, but he's still enjoying some beers. Doesn't change the scores, guys. Don't worry. Like Pius Omega, who is watching from Entebbe. Like Anonymous 860. You said that if VP gets rid of defensive mentality and Ugandans will find a way. IBRA has some history, a lot of history against Kenyan players, and here in Kenya, he did make a tour of the country, a tour in, I think it must have been 2022. Yes, it was 2022. And he played his main match against Scottish player Damian Overton. Oops, that guy really played the keyboard so well. He has resident in Kenya then. Nowadays, he's back to Scotland, his home. When he was here, he was a member of the team that is Mchana. Those two raced to 16 for $1,000. It was won by IBRA by 16 frames to 12. He then offers to he gave some offers to Kenyan players like headsets and no black condition, and all of them went successful. Then the following year, that was 2023, he won one of the biggest events of his life, a tournament of 128 players, same venue, same table. He beat the likes of Aiden Joseph along the way, Cornelius Kigan, I do remember, Malvan Makonza Maluva, and then Saif Hamad in the final to win the first edition of the Grand Mchana Open, and won the 5,000 US dollars that was on offer on the day. Then in the next edition of the Grand Mchana, he was defeated here by, guess who? By Patrick MWANGI, his current opponent. Then the last big international tournament that was played in Kenya, IBRA was defeated again, same venue, same table, by a surprise name that was Dominic Minor. And the rest to 7, this time more convincingly by 7 frames to 4.
Sulaman, scoreboard. On the side here, scoreboard. In it.
There is some silent battle, a silent war of words between IBRA and Ishmael. I know that before IBRA leaves this country, that one could end into a money match. He was thinking of leaving when I spoke with IBRA this afternoon that the Tanzanians are on the way coming. And I say that, okay, let's see where it goes. I may leave, I may stay around. After all, the Ugandans are all saying that they are no longer enjoying it when they are playing against the same person. They say it's no longer fun. So they really look forward to the Tanzanians coming. That is the snipers team of Steven Jackson, Janja, that is Amadeus, then Abdallah Hussein, then Saif Hamad. I don't know if Norbert Kobelo is coming because he is a sniper as well. As VP may play yellow, while Hipot's playing the keyboard into 2 yellows, splitting one of them open. The other is as well portable to the corner pocket, either of the corner pockets, top left, bottom right, or top right of the screen. And that shot is putting him on the verge of winning his first frame out of the last 3. As he puts the yellow, playing the keyboard towards the top end of the table, but so close to one of his own yellows. As a choice of recovery, you fancy that the yellow that is at the top left end of the table is the one he will be playing next. And here he goes. rolling it to the corner pocket top left and then moving the cue ball rightwards with the minimal power but enough precision, and that will do, most especially given that the cue ball has been played into the black. He has to consider playing the yellow close to red first. If he gets it in, the cue ball will be kind of natural for the last yellow, but also it's the last yellow, the one close to white, which gives him better choice to manipulate cue ball for black if he puts the one that is near the red. But he's deciding to play the easier shot first. He may have to play it with backspin, then play the cue ball off the left cushion with too much power, which is what he's doing. How good will the cue ball be? It was played into the black, which hampers movement, but he can still be relatively okay by rolling the yellow against the rail to the corner pocket bottom right. Cue ball moves leftwards and has to bounce it off at least two cushions. That is the right cushion, then the left cushion, then move the cue ball back into space where he has full sight of the black to put it to the corner pocket. Has to be on target, has to play the cue ball not in the red whatsoever, off the left cushion and in space, and should be good to go. Pato. It is 4 frames to 3, dear viewers, with Ibrahim SEJJEMBA of Uganda leading against Patrick MWANGI of Kenya in a frame that has created an opening for Patrick, VP as he's nicknamed, to equalize. Also, it's a sign of his relatively higher mental strength than he had previously. After going for frames to 2 down, he's demonstrating that he can equalize. For whatever reason, he has asked for a 1-minute break, which has been granted as the match on goes. Be reminded that live streaming with the same commentary is at Mchana Pool Club YouTube, Peter Chebe Live YouTube, as well as Break and Finish Live TikTok. As Patrick returns, he took perhaps seconds, not the requested minute, which will be okay in what is the second match of the day. The first one ending in victory for Uganda's Julie Namuhanga against Kenya's Penny Nanjoki in a ladies race to 11 for 20,000 Kenya shillings. This one is $4,000 between the two. As Patrick goes again, he wants to put the easiest of the yellows on the table, the one that is packed at the corner pocket bottom right, which he puts with ease, with every reason to believe he's finishing the frame and finishing it in his current visit of the table. He has confidence in his abilities, also has, importantly, confidence in the table, which he calls home. He's attempting to become the second Kenyan ever to defeat a Ugandan in a money match in a long race with no head start. The first one was Henry MWANGI, who defeated Rashid Wagaba Dog City just about 5 days ago at the same venue and the same table. MWANGI with intention to put yellow to the center pocket on the left. Maybe he may want perhaps to put all the balls to that same center pocket, depending on how he manipulates the cue ball. He played the cue ball into the jaw of the center pocket on the right. He was fortunate even not to put it as well, and will be finding himself having a relatively bigger level of difficulty. Clean watching on Break and Finish Live TikTok and Double F. It is race 2, 16 for $1,000. Here comes Patrick aiming for yellow, perhaps with a sharp cut to the side pocket on the left. The cue ball to be bounced off at least 2 cushions, if not more. That is the left and then the top, and then in pretty much perfect position. That is very good white ball manipulation. In a normal shot, it will have moved far away. Patrick has dragged it so well to prevent its excess movement just in time for him to equalize. After 8 frames played, this one he will never ever miss. Not on his own home table, not with $1,000 at stake, and not with a chance to equalize. It is VP 4 and IBRA 4 in a race to 16.
How many can you value? 70.
After this, the expectation is Dog City versus Die Hard. Same table, same race, same pot. Just 2 hours later. And this match is now starting to go a little slower. I know that later they will reinstill the speed which they will reinstill the speed which they had at the start when he has every chance of winning the frame and equalizing in the match. Representing Mchana and Kenya taking on IBRA, representing Roxbury and Uganda. Frames 4 apiece, with now Patrick bringing the keyboard closer to the would-be bad of 3 reds he has on table. He will of course want to put it at that same corner pocket where there is IBRA's yellow. There is some space, maybe off cushion and off yellow, not only to put but also create more space for him to pass the black. Even a direct shot will do, as long as the space remains after potting. Should have played off cushion first, thereby displacing the yellow in full. Now he finds himself in position because he has closed the pocket at least with IBRA's yellow. Those are some nitty-gritties that may be so little but so detailed. It would have been his intention to play a little off the cushion, then play off yellow, just to be sure that the yellow is displaced. It can now be anybody's frame unless Patrick does something again so special. Maybe in the shot he's about to play, put the red that is rightward of the two, have the keyboard bounce off the right cushion and then into the black to split the black open. That is keyboard off cushion and then big the plate into the black. It's what he's doing and doesn't get it really. The try was good. Perfection was missing and he's a little unlucky with the position of white. He probably wants to play snooker, just tap the key ball onto the red, hide white behind red, just like that. IBRA is playing a math shot, curve the cue ball a little round the red to find the yellow. The other choice of the shot is try to play the cue ball off the top cushion, try and find the yellow, but that is a little bit tricky. He could play the cue ball into the black. He could as well play it into the yellow, and if he doesn't put, there is chance that he just leaves the cue ball hanging for Patrick to pass, to pot his red. That's why he's deciding that the math shot is safer. But it has a very big level of difficulty.
Tanzania posho is an allowance in Swahili. It's allowance. It's allowance. Posho is allowance.
Sorry viewers, the commentator was having a meal break, a much needed one, as much as the scoreline is now 5 frames apiece. This race to 16 is officially now a race to 11. Now, once again, you're watching this live action at Channel Pool Club YouTube, Peter Chove Live YouTube, as well as Break and Finish Live TikTok. Patrick MWANGI is proving so many wrong against a player that is, without fear of controversy, generally quite feared by the Kenyan players. But Patrick is giving IBRA as following the motivation that he may have gotten from his namesake, MWANGI Henry, when he defeated Dog City in an even longer race, same table, about 5 days ago, again for $1,000. Patrick will have the chance to roll maybe the yellow that is in between the 3 to the corner pocket bottom left, which if he goes no in, like assumably he will, then will almost be certain of winning this frame that could be giving him the lead in the count of scores in the match. This looks tricky. But if he has sight of the yellow that is leftwards, then the rest will be a formality. And there we go. For black, I want to think he will want to put it to the corner pocket bottom left, this one, for him to put. Oops, he may want to put black to the side pocket on the left where they put the previous yellow. Nonetheless, the move is producing the same exact result for Patrick to take the lead for the second time in the match. After 11 frames, dear viewers, it is Patrick MWANGI 6 and Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 5. 2 minutes timeout for IBRA.
Vipi? Saba sita. Saba sita. Yo, saba or sita? 7. Saba.
I don't like what I'm seeing.
I want to leave now.
Maybe I just send after the game. Send this. How much?
Julie told you I'm going with her.
Today.
Yeah, I'm going with her to a tournament. I've registered close to where I live. And then when you finish the tournament, I can bring her back or I Uber her back.
Asanteni.
Hi.
Hizi ni nini tena?
Unasema nini? Vipi anataka pesa?
Jamila analia. Na
Microphone check.
Now you know. Oh, he likes the baby. Hey, come with him, That's why I don't complain with them when I play. Isaac.
kuba nti otegeezaako nga nnakkiriza
Oli online? Oli online?
nja kubeera passport ye.
Break and finish live Facebook microphone check. Break and finish comment section sound check.
I'll talk to Junior. She said I tell you about the
Games,
for the rest that they played with
she has won. So you remove the points of the winnings, which are I need to manage the gym.
all the games are being played by the win.
Yes, I think it's so it's
11, it was 11-9.
11-9. That's 2,000.
A very good evening, Africa, once again. Now, in this match, Patrick Mwangi, we call him VP, is cruising with an 8-5 lead against Ibrahim SEJJEMBA, the two players from Kenya and Uganda, respectively, in this race to 16 for $1,000 here at Mchana Pub and Grill in Nairobi, in Kenya, which is now, I think, the 12th day of the advent of Ugandans in Nairobi. And one of them that has been having mixed performances, that is IBRA, who has played so far 3 money matches and 1 tournament. He has lost twice, the 2 money matches, both against Ishmael, and has won 1 against the same player.
What about Sula?
Ibra seemingly on the verge of winning a 6th in a match where he has been surprised to a very good performance of VP. And as a matter of reminder, there is live streaming of this action on Channel Pool Club YouTube, as well as now Break and Finish Live Facebook, plus Peter Chobe Live YouTube, with both 3 streams having the same commentary from myself, Simon Peter Chobe. And also, as a matter of reminder, Patrick Mwangi is sponsored by Team Mchana, the home player. Ibrahim SEJJEMBA sponsored by Roxbury, his management team back in Uganda, in the city of Wakiso. He will have to put both yellow and black to the same corner pocket for him to record what will be his 6th out of 14. Try and mount a comeback, or else he becomes, in a space of 5 days, the 2nd Ugandan to be defeated by a Kenyan without a head start in a long race with money at stake. It is IBRA 6 and Mwangi 8. And guys, you will have the best possible stream with the highest possible amount of lighting for your phone, for the fact that the table is well lit, but yes, with more lighting you will enjoy the action even more. Eight frames to 6.
Bro.
Race to 16. The scoreboard flipper now does his job. 8-6, race to 16. Not yet even halfway through this, and yet we will have more action when this one is done, unless otherwise. Ishmael Mtetwa is going to be racing to 16 with Rashid Wagaba, Dog City. Same venue, same port, same race. For IBRA, he will want to use this match to start better his tour, because clearly he is in deficit in terms of count of monies won vis-a-vis to monies lost, having played 2,000 port money matches, 3, losing 2 and winning 1, all of them against Ishmael. On a good note for him, he won a 32-man competition that was organized last Sunday at Jamlock in Machakos. You would fancy him to win this ongoing frame, and with his current visit of the table. Oops, why have I forgotten? He won another money match. He has actually played 4 money matches and won 2, lost 2. He defeated Patrick Mwangi's team and international mate, that is Kelvin Yegon, 21 frames to 9 in a race to 21 for $1,000 pot. He's on the verge in terms of experience at a high level. He's way ahead of Patrick, who has only been on the competitive scene, Patrick, maybe for the last 3 years or so. And IBRA, while he's aged 25, he has been on the competitive scene for more than 10 years. He was a renowned player at a very young age. A boy he was. Nowadays a man who wants to win the frame like a man. This time around, with 1 visit of the table, he will be winning a 7th, which will be a 2nd in a row for the first time in a long while in this match. It is IBRA 7 and MWANGI 8.
You got your
Yeah.
so every time you
Very special thanks to Chairman JNM for, of course, the very good work done in Patrick MWANGI and dozens of the pool playing fraternity that are based here at Mchana. Almost single-handedly the reason for the revamp of Kenyan pool men's and ladies category. A lot of motivation. When you come to Mchana, you realize these players have free training daily. They are fed just to train. They also have free participation in events local, nationwide, and international. Just last year, they were in South Africa for the Ultimate Pool Championships. In fact, as I speak, 3 members of the Mchana group are in China representing Kenya and Africa at the World Heavyweight Championships. Also the reason for so many events here at Mchana, where being a Mchana product is now having its results throughout the Kenyan fraternity. The reason for such good improvements in players like MWANGI himself, the ladies that reached the semi-finals, the final actually of the All Africa Pool Championships, and the results like Kenya defeating South Africa in an African event for the very first time. And who doesn't remember just almost yesterday when a team from Kenya defeated a team from Uganda in the men's team event for the very first time in 14 years. Thank you, Chairman. As Patrick MWANGI goes for yet another, for him to try and extend his lead, to get himself into double figures, to try and stamp his claim on what will be a very critical victory in the match. You get a feeling while it is money at stake, his motivation is not just money. Maybe his motivation is his namesake Henry MWANGI, who defeated the Ugandan for the very first time in history in a long race with no head start in a money match. That was him defeating Dog City just 5 days ago, as Patrick could become the second and in a row to pot yellow with backspin, drawing the cue ball backwards off the cushion. Perfect. His cueing skills can mean to be so good. This frame should be as good as gone. He will roll the cue ball right against the left cushion, then move it backwards as he pots yellow to the corner pocket, which he does. This one is a little too tricky. Is it just a little bit tricky? Just maintaining cue ball. A top spin will do. A back spin could do better, drawing the cue ball bigly backwards. Maybe not that bigly, just like that. He may have used too much power. Still can win the frame. Black is still cuttable for the Kenyan to record what is going to be his 10th overall this time round with an apple. Patrick MWANGI 10 and Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 7. Race to 16 for $1,000. May I pass a special thanks for watching. Dennis Otieno supporting VP. He just says twende sana. It means let's go. Anonymous, thank you for watching. You think VP will be Kenya 1 for sure? There are a lot of players. Actually, Kenya 1 is not certain whatsoever. You see VP playing, you see Brian Kiptalam playing, you see Evans Kiprotich playing, you see Kelvin Yegon playing. Even some other guys, again, not part of the Mchana fraternity, most especially KK. It's now enough quality to shock everybody. In fact, this team came close to beating Zambia and Zimbabwe at the All Africa Pool Championships, but more importantly, they beat South Africa, which is for the first ever time in an African championship. And VP could be winning another. He's wearing a very determined face. The motivation is just victory. For IBRA, you get the feeling the motivation is nothing but money. Watching at Mchana Pool Club, Anthony Mose. You are calling this one break and win. It looks like it will. Dimension freeze. Also, thank you for watching. And Justus, you say the match was won by. You say IBRA won the match against Ishmael. They've played thrice. Yes. IBRA won once against Ishmael and lost twice. So that puts him into some kind of deficit. He has then defeated Kelvin Yegon of Kenya in this tour and has won a 32-man comp in the same tour. So it is mixed results, not that he's having a very good tour or a very bad tour. This one will make it a fair tour only if he wins, which could start becoming unlikely if VP continues playing as good as he has so far. Dennis Otieno, you say the Kenyans don't need to be head-started. You are justified by the current score of this match and other matches that have been happening in this tour. By the way, VP was equally good when he was taking on Dog City, because I remember Dog City was playing very well, but VP was playing equally well until they were 17 frames apiece. Then Dog City won the last 4, almost giving VP no chance to play. But there could be home advantage at stake, guys, don't you think? Sami Kipngeno, say VP is your guy. Say those drills are helping. Anthony Mose as well supporting VP, who is having the number of his supporters shooting higher, perhaps because of how good he's playing in the match so far. Emmanuel Kalua, you say Ibrahim SEJJEMBA is somehow overrated because he plays well when playing against Caesar. Well, I don't think he's overrated. I think he has worked for how well he's rated. He has won 2 international tournaments, that like big ones that have all of Africa's players in participation, then has reached the final of another and has reached the semi-finals of another. So that is 4 big performances in 4 big tournaments. So a player like that one is a big player, just wearing a small body and on the verge of winning frame number 18, which will be an 8 for himself. We'll need to draw the cue ball a little backwards, just for him to put both red and black to the same side pocket on the left. It is now Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 8 and Patrick MWANGI 10.
Caesar will come. Yes, I'm not going back.
So you can upgrade on
Chairman's man.
nothing.
It's okay.
Simba umeona hii mbaya. Us, one.
I just thank God. When will you take me to Somalia?
Don't you go Somalia?
Yeah.
You can go.
Thank you for watching on the Facebook stream. Paul Piri from Zambia. As the number of single visit clearances in the match now seems to be shooting higher and higher and higher, with the IBRA following up on VP's clearance, with IBRA's own after 19 frames. It is now Patrick MWANGI 10 and IBRA SEJJEMBA 9. Bella Kirketisa, thank you for watching, seemingly supporting IBRA. Justin Chikozere, also thank you for watching. On break and finish. Bella Aries, you say IBRA is a great player, but he's slower than a tortoise. Gawi. I think they are playing in speed fair enough. For instance, if you have to crop out that clearance he has just made, it has been played to fair speed. 19 frames done. IBRA 9, VP 10, race to 16. For once, a VP breaks dry. You get a feeling Ibra will want to go for the frame with his next visit of the table for what will be a red apple that could be seeing him equalizing in the match. You get a feeling the yellows are the boys will be playing. Of course, they are positioned way better than the reds. And here comes the Ugandan. It could be him taking us to an equalizer as frame number 20 is being played. I have to confess, I did not expect this match go this way with 20 frames played and with VP leading. But of course, you give him all the credit he deserves, VP. He has put up a very big fight. And irrespective of the outcome of this match, he could win, he could lose. But he has demonstrated what he can do. He has demonstrated what Kenyan pool is about today. Now Ibra has played the cue ball well, most especially considering the yellow that is close now to the cue ball on the right. As he puts it to the corner pocket, the bottom right, the cue ball bounces off the bottom cushion and then moves a little towards. Just a little has got to avoid contact with the red. It's played into the red and to the advantage of Ibra, turning obstacles of the frame into advantages. Stuff of a big boy. A big boy. He is just wearing a small body. Now who'll be winning the frame? I believe to the same pocket he potted the previous yellow is the one he will have to play the next, and then the yellow that is in between the three to the side pocket on the left. It has been now 5 shots played to perfection, not just potting but also how good the cue ball has been controlled. Now there is a straight line between white and yellow he's playing and the side pocket on the left. That's why he simply has to roll the cue ball to follow that yellow just a little to play yet another shot with the same exact skill, with a little more power. Pot with top spin cue ball following the yellow, this time all the way, just like that. The rest is a formality. After 20 frames of play, after going down by 3, Ibra wins 3 in a row by himself and equalizes in the encounter. It is Patrick MWANGI now 10 and Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 10.
it should take you around.
What's the change? The change is not for you. That's what I'm putting it.
Every time either of these players is on table, you get a feeling it could be a clearance. I'm not so certain Ibra intended that. He raises his hand in appreciation that he needed a little bit of luck than the little stroke of genius. Nonetheless, it is still remaining queuing. Cue ball present against the cushion, that shouldn't be an issue. The yellow close, the white is portable to the corner pocket top left. When that happens, the cue ball naturally moves towards the bottom side of the table. He may want to play the cue ball direct into the two yellows, maybe into the two yellows, into one of them, and the other. Perfect queuing from the little magician. And just like that, the guy that was 3 frames down about 15 minutes ago could be 1 frame up in the next minute. Patrick is conditioning Ibra to needing to play at his very best even to stand a chance of thinking he can win this match. Of course, this is the business, and if he loses this, it will be a very big statement from Patrick and an equally negative statement from Ibra. But maybe, at least for the first 20 frames, the two are drawing. For the first frame of the next 11, as the maximum number of frames needed for the victory, Ibra is starting by taking the lead. And will be putting the last yellow on the table to the side pocket on the right. I get a feeling he will be playing the cue ball with a little backspin as it moves topwards, just like that. I think it is the 3rd frame in a row where Ibra has made Patrick some kind of spectator in a match where he is a player. The Ugandan is in the lead by 11 frames to 10.
Martin Luther. Melhor jogo. Hapo sasa ni 50-50. Unakuta mwingine ndo mbaya. Utakuja? Oh, uko pale. Oh, sawa sawa. Where is it? Isaac. Your son is here. Huh? Son. What? He's here.
So you're not playing with me?
We play after this game. So he's playing, we're going one more game.
Patrick Mwangi 10 and Ibrahim SEJJEMBA 12. Timeout. 3 minutes. Now, understanding the dynamics of trying to get the victory is simple. For VP, he must win 4 frames. For IBRA, he must win. VP needs 5, IBRA needs 3 out of the remaining 7. And thereafter, we are going to be having another race, guys. Please keep me company. Do not sleep yet. Take some coffee. You may need to immerse your feet in water because tomorrow is a working day. There's going to be another race to 16. This time it will be surely a faster race between Dog City and Ishmael, part 3 since the start of the tour. The other bit of news is that Joseph Kasozi will be in Nairobi this coming Wednesday. Maybe more backup for the Ugandans because more players will be coming into the country of Kenya. That is 5 that shall be traveling to Tanzania. As Tanzanians will be traveling from Dar es Salaam to Nairobi this coming Wednesday. So I expect comps, but also other many matches. Kasozi has unfinished business with Ishmael because Ishmael won against Kasozi in Lusaka 1.5 years ago. Maybe this will be a chance for Kasozi to pay sweet revenge. That is expected to be a home and away affair between the two, with one race at Jamlock and then another race at Mchana here where we are. And then Kasozi to play with about 2 or 3 Tanzanian players, most especially those that belong to the Snipers team, those that we are supposed to play with. Kasozi, remember, he has been having his own tour of Tanzania, but it ended prematurely because he was not able to play with some of the players because there was a forfeited match.
Yo, freedom command.
Another attempt for Patrick Mwangi to win yet another frame. He has all the composure you need. He also has the temperament to play a long race and can take on names that are way bigger than him and give them a bloody nose. Came close to beating Dog City, but not close enough. He's for a big part of the match been leading against IBRA. He's not leading now. IBRA has had to be at his best maybe for the last 30 minutes or so to find himself in a situation where he's leading and leading by 2 now. There are 3 yellows on the table for Patrick Mwangi. The one that is at the top end will be the tricky one of the 3. I don't think he will want to play it last. Shall we play it after 1 more yellow ball potted? Of the 2 he has in sight, either is playable first. It's about him and which pattern he opts to go for. Now here he comes. He needed to cheat the pocket a little. Now he has to port yellow to the corner pocket bottom right. Play it with a little backspin for the cue ball to move topwards in the right direction. And if he plays carelessly, there is a little chance he could port white to the side pocket on the right. but that will be so careless of him. No top player will get himself scratching. He instead wants to pot by a cut to the side pocket on the right. How good will the cue ball be? It is fair. It is him now needing to cut the last yellow on the table to the corner pocket, top left. Cue ball around the block, could get himself snookered. This looks unfortunate from my comment position. Mwangi is snookered and is snookered totally. He's doing somewhat mass shot, curve the cue ball round red to find black. He finds black. Doesn't pot, but at least he doesn't foul. That was quite critical. He has to be observant where the cue ball is touching IBRA's red, because it is significant in as regards what IBRA has to play next. Now, for most of the match, at least in the last 20 minutes, IBRA has been playing very well, but I don't know if well enough to go for a frame, even looking as tricky as the red. If he does, it will be a statement of intent that he's not ready to surrender his lead anymore in the match. The red he's to play next is the one close to the side pocket left with a simple roll. And the two reds at the top end of the table are the ones he'll be playing next. Now he's getting closer to the clearance. The white is so close to the will be bad of the five reds he's having on table, which is now off the table. Now we'll be potting to the corner pocket at the top right, where with the backspin the cue ball moves bottomwards. He didn't even need to use the cushion to move the cue ball, and has moved it well enough to have ease with which to pot at least two of the reds he's having on the table. Here comes Uganda's little magician. This tour has so far had mixed reactions, and that has hampered his performances this year so far. When he arrived in Kenya, he was the hottest Ugandan, at least for this year, having won 4 competitions out of 8 in which he has participated, as in weekly tournaments. And on top of that, he won 2 by defeating Caesar in 2 respective finals. The red closer to the cue ball is potable. There is a passage of it to the side pocket on the left with a little top spin. The second red is to be potted to the corner pocket bottom left. But he needs, after the pot, he needs the cue ball towards the top right end of the table. And that is tricky given the position of the cue ball. He has to play with maybe big backspin, cue ball off the top cushion. There has been what sometimes is called an abortion in normal lingua by pool players. It's like the red jumped out of the pocket. I may have to play it backwards to see whether it was either off target or on target, but was aborted out of the corner pocket for Patrick Mwangi. This provides a big chance to steal the frame away from IBRA with a cut of the red by red drive to the corner pocket top right for what will be him coming within 1 frame of IBRA. And it's a miss. That will be very unfortunate. He feels so hurt, almost gave the frame away. Even IBRA played the last red on the table. Here he comes. All he needs is to be on target to record a 14th. The black is there for the taking. Ibra seems on target, and on target he is, and the rest is a formality.
Come back on its own. Give it. That's a new one. I was watching the look and then it went down from the surface of the book and came back.
Kisinzira wa wegenze.
It's okay, hold on.
Wait, hold on. You want me to Just come back on it. Just come back on it.
How are you?
So the players on table are auto officiating against themselves, but they are demanded to contact from some of us for clarification if they get any kind of argument. Now, what happened in the previous frame was, in this ongoing frame, was Patrick Mwangi breaking. You saw the cue ball onto the surface, that black surface of the table, which is outside the pool the playing area. Then it returned to the table bed by its own, which IBRA demanded as a foul, which we told him that counted as legal in black ball, which he contested and demanded evidence, which evidence we contacted by the rules, which are all over the internet and pinned around the walls of China. And the rule has been really clear that as if a ball leaves the playing surface, which is the blue surface, and returns on its own, then the shot is legal and it is not a foul. That's why play is ongoing with Patrick Mwangi going for attack. He is, however, coming short in what looks like a very potential apple by him getting snookered. The cue ball is almost touching the black. No straight line. He may have to maybe have a very sharp cut of the red, which is quite unlikely. Maybe curve the cue ball just a little around the black, just a little, to avoid initial contact with black. A little mass will get him to contact the red, but whether he can put or not will be something different altogether. It seems he can see a straight line to play it direct. I'm not so certain from my camera angle, but perhaps he thinks he can. Let's see how good he will go. He's fouling. He played black first and will perhaps be losing the frame. Two shots, perhaps a free shot, and the visit is too much for these top players, most especially with $1,000 at stake. And this one could be a 15th by IBRA, and should that be the case, and then Mwangi will have to be conditioned to winning 5 straight frames for him to take the victory, unless something goes wrong with the IBRA's pattern, which I now don't see coming. Just trying to be sincere to you. Another player on the Kenya national pole team for ladies called Waire is confirming a race against the Ugandan Julie. That is slated for tomorrow, racing to 11 for 20,000 Kenya shillings. And thereafter on Wednesday, Julie will be rematching with PR. And then on Thursday, be playing against Jackie Githingi for what will perhaps be her last money match in the ladies tour of Kenya. But in the mains, it is IBRA on the verge of winning what will be a 15th for him by potting the red that is topwards of the 2 to the corner pocket at the top left, with a little backspin for him to pot the second yellow, to the side pocket on the left. Just like that, as easy as that. To pot yellow now with top spin, the cue ball to move bottomwards. He wants to pot black to the center pocket on the right, and the rest is a formality. After going down by 10 frames to 7, IBRA has now won 8 out of the last 9 frames and now leads by 15 frames to 11. As for Patrick MWANGI, he must win 5 frames in a row or else succumb to the loss of 1,000 US dollars. Yes, Peterson Mugabe, you're saying for sure, how can we not know that that's not a foul? The ruling was not a foul, but the player contested and demanded evidence. So he wanted to be shown the rules, which was done. That is how play proceeded. And a red ball has been potted on the break. A fair break it is. There is a chance that any of the next frames, including this one, could be the very last, as long as that frame is won by IBRA. Easy to suggest that the reds are positioned better, but there is a difficulty of a red that is near the corner pocket bottom left, because it partially has a yellow right in front. If he is to go for the clearance, that ball could hamper him. As the match now starts to draw closer to an end, streaming live on 3 platforms: Break and Finish Live Facebook, Peter Chove Live YouTube, as well as Mchana Pool Club YouTube channel. We are now 1,500 people watching live. Thank you, Africa. Crucial shooting this one. If IBRA opens up the red, he does play the keyboard successfully into the dead red, but plays VP's yellow to occupy the corner pocket even more. The red is positioned tricky even the more. You get a feeling his chance to recover from that unfortunate shot is perhaps maybe the red near the side pocket left. If he plays it with the backspin in left motion, the white ball moves close to that yellow, which is parked at the corner pocket, where he can pot the red maybe to the corner pocket bottom right. Is the shot he's trying to play. Maybe play the cue ball into the yellow. He plays it instead to the top end of the table, which can work out or not depending on what he's planning. I personally, most of the time, if not all of the time, trust his pattern, and he's normally at his most lethal when he needs to win just 1 frame. That's why he's normally programmed to play the most decisive frames for his teams, be they clubs, be it the Uganda national pole team. Now has potted the penultimate red to leave a cut between white and the red he's aiming at, maybe to play the cue ball into the yellow part at the corner pocket or the red, which is near that yellow at the left. He's playing instead straight. His intention was to leave the cue ball at a position where he can play the combination, which if successful would perhaps be winning the frame and winning the match. But for now, it is Patrick Mwangi's turn on the table. Naka, I see the way you're asking where you can find the rules of this sport because you're learning. All right, this discipline we are playing, the sport has many disciplines. The sport that is billiards, but the one that is played most of the time in sub-Saharan Africa is black ball. So you just Google black ball pool rules and you'll see the document online. It is available freely. Ibra is a little snookered. Will want to play a mass shot to curve the cue ball a little round the yellow to put the red, which is at the corner pocket bottom right of the screen. He looks on target. On target he is. And he could set up one of his best clearances of a frame, maybe the best end for himself to a match that has seen him under so much pressure. The pressure has so far not lessened because he has a big shot to play. That is pot both yellow and red. Play the red into the yellow with both balls having to go in the same shot with top spin, the cue ball to bounce off the left cushion and then move rightwards where he will have sight of the black only if the combination is on target. Combination off target, foul. Ibra advantage, VP. Once again, dear guys, coming up next is going to be Ishmael Mtetwa. That one will be so fancied for the Facebook viewers because the majority of them are South African based. It's going to be taking on Dog City for the third time ever since the tour started, with the two having played twice against each other, the Ugandan having won both, but both close wins. It will be $1,000 on the center table. But on the center table, Patrick Mwangi has played himself absolutely out of the cue ball, almost touching his yellow but not touching. And yet what will work is him finding a way to pot a ball any of the yellows. Maybe if he doesn't pot, somehow for him to play snooker. Patrick Mwangi wants to hide the cue ball behind the yellow as he plays it a little off the cushion. He knows the snooker is a little bit difficult, and even when he snookers, it is likely Ibra will find the red off the cushion. He has already utilized more than the 60 seconds he's granted, but he will be allowed to play. His intention is to play snooker. If he doesn't snooker, he probably loses the frame. It could be a snooker. No, it is not. He will be hoping that Ibra gets himself snookered before playing black, but maybe not. The likely thing is that Patrick must have played his last shot of this match. As long as Ibra will have sight of the black, it will be done. There it is. Perfect backspin as Patrick Mwangi concedes the frame. It is redemption for Ibra. It becomes the third money match he is winning out of the 5 that he has played so far on Kenyan soil. As Dog City comes to warm the table for 5 minutes, it is victory for Ibra by 11 frames to 16. Thank you for watching and see you shortly.